Alright, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Bradtastic stream. It is I, your host, the Bradtastic Ninja. How y'all amazing people doing? Yeah, so it's been, well, a couple of days. And at the same time, it feels like it's been ages since I've last been touching base with this game. Even though it's been a week and a couple of days, 9 days in total. But that's quite normal. Oh, well, that's okay. I've actually prepared a few additional resources to put in play for the game. While at the same time, hopefully we can complete more of what we can do in terms of events, population, because people in there is important right now. Because it's a ghost town I've got in there. And what else do I have to do for it? I have to add things to the other floors of the Tower to Valhalla. Just need to figure out what to do. I can think of something. I can do something. I can do a thing. Yes, I can do the thing. The thing is a good idea. Oh, and I've also added a couple of events to the channel, which can only be used by a couple of particular people. I can do a thing. Yes, I can do a thing. I can definitely do a thing. Yes. Greetings and salutations, you too, good sir. Or as the good saying goes, how art thou this fine eve? Really good. I've been walking quite a bit today. Yeah, spent a lot of time out of the house, but yeah, it's actually been quite good. How about yourself there, Joe? How are you doing? I'm probably just a little bit sunburnt, but that's okay. Just, yeah, ensure that I keep it cool for a bit. Well, I did apply sunblock, but I don't think I applied enough. Oh yeah, just work stuff. You know how it goes. Yeah, I know the feeling, but yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. What else has been happening? Okay, I'm having a bit of mind blank. Oh no, that's what I need to remind you guys. So in 2 weeks, I will be announcing the winners of the quote competition I've got going on the Discord server. So if you're not a part of that, what are you guys doing? I'll just do the Discord command like so, and if you're not a part of the Discord server, jump on in. And what you need to do to enter the competition is go through my clips, my VODs, my stream archive, my Let's Play, which can all be found on my YouTube channel as well. And if you find a particular quote that I've said over the past year that you reckon is quite funny, quirky, or, you know, useful in life, or, you know, anything like that at all, like just any quote really, and that puts you in for an entry. Note, 1 entry per person, and then you can be in to win a Steam key. I have 5 keys to give away for this competition. And we've already got 2 people already entered, so thank you to the both of you. You know who you are if you're watching this, or whether it'll be on the Twitch or the YouTube, or maybe as a VOD. Yeah. But yeah, for those who haven't entered, hey, you still got a couple of weeks. Entries close Friday night at midnight. I'll be announcing the winner first thing on 7 PM New Zealand time on the 12th of March. Before we start playing some Spider-Man for the PlayStation 1, which is going to be a really amazing game. Oh man, it's actually been ages since I played that particular Spider-Man game. Yeah, no worries. And on top of that, Lil Miss NZ, who I tend to raid every now and then, let's just give her a shout out. Here we go. Also has some voting going on, so she does need some assistance with figuring out what to play for her next 3 games for the year 2022. And I'll just, I should probably show a bit of etiquette and let the clip play. SB, thanks so much for the look, dude.
Damn it, Kit, 1, 2, 3.
So yeah, she's got some voting happening on both her Twitter and Discord, all using the same link, of course. And the top 3 games of that particular voting are the games that she plays for 2022. Now, I myself have voted, and I am very interested to sit and pleased to tell you that my particular game that I have chosen and voted for is within the top 3. So we still need people to vote for that. Well, her in particular needs the votes more than I do. But for those who haven't voted, jump onto her channel, find where she may have the link for it, which will probably be in her Discord or her Twitter. Or if you can't seem to find it, just DM her and ask and she'll provide. And then you can grab, or you could go into my Discord, because I've shared the link myself in the voting channel on my Discord. And if you haven't figured out what game to pick, Kingdom Hearts. That's the game I actually want to see her play further on. Like, she has played the first Kingdom Hearts, but I'd imagine she'll move on with the series and play Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, or in this case, RE Chain of Memories, because it's the PlayStation version as opposed to what was on the Game Boy Advance, which was still actually a really good game from my experience, but I still prefer Kingdom Hearts 2. But of course, when you're playing through a amazing video game series, you got to go through it all not chronologically, but like by release of the game. So, you know, it's like watching the Marvel movies. Like, you can't watch it chronologically. Like, especially if you're watching it for the first time, you can't watch Captain Marvel before Captain America and the Winter Soldier, because, or Captain America versus the Winter Soldier, because like, before I watch Captain Marvel, like, I could take that seriously and be like, whoa, how could someone so close to him, like, do that to him? And then afterwards I'll just laugh because it was a cat. Spoiler alerts for those who haven't been watching the MCU, I do apologise for that. I should have said spoiler alert at the very beginning. Now, I think I've shared a fair bit in terms of the pre-stream but during stream announcements. I think we've got to do the thing with the game, so I'm just going to switch soundtracks. All is forgiven. And there we go. Now, honestly, this looks so good. I did get a few resources, which I've been meaning to update. Edit event. Oh, wait, no, I need to do this first. I need to go resource manager. No, that's script editor. I need the resource manager. I need these. Cool, and then I can close out that. Edit event. I need to edit that. Might need to update your stream title, mate. Did I not? Oh! I see what I've done. Yeah, I thought I updated that, but it doesn't look like it picked up change, so that's on me. Sorry, guys. Cool. And then... Yeah, thanks for that, Joe. I appreciate that. Sorry, I'm usually on top with that, but only only 1% of the time fails on me. I need... Oh! That's a good idea. So I've got one for SP as well. So let's edit that for that. Okay. We get it. I was hoping to keep that a surprise. There we go. Edit events. Edit. I got that. Okay. I'll play this, regardless of spoilers. Oh wait, I can't even spell. I really loves this song. There we go. I always feel that if a spoiler ruins the story, then the story usually stinks. I don't think it ruins, like, the main context of the story, but it just ruins, like, something that had happened on the side. Like, yeah, basically, last time he trusted anything, he lost an eye. And the fact that he, it does impact how he looked throughout the MCU, but of course you don't really notice it being a real big deal. Because he's okay with it. He is okay. Alright, edit that to that. Da 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 da. Wait. I need to edit the text for this because... It's... That song is totally not the duck song. Okay, edit. Tell me why ain't nothing but... Now number 5. I want it that away. What do you guys think of that? Edit. Probably not with good cringe. Yes, really good cringe. All right, here we are. Alright, here we go. Joe, you ready for yours? I can play it if you want. Wait, I think he's in the chat. Maybe not. I don't know. Does he want to hear it? I'll just add it in there. Edit. I'll update Duck Distracted's one because it should really be this one. And he says to the man, run and stand. Hey, bop, bop, bop. Got any grapes? I did make one for Cam and one for Jurassic Park. Because I thought they would love this. Edit event. Alexa, can you turn on light for me, please? Alexa, could you turn on light for me, please?
Okay.
Thank you. Now we're in that one here. Edit. Boom. There we go. Edit event. Edit that. Edit. Alright, now that I've done that, I'll run a quick save. And I do want to test it though. I'll just pause the music while I'm at it. I want to test it. I really love this song. Actually, I do need something calming for the background field music. Oh, I haven't put anything in this one now, have I? Alright, let's try. Let's try. Oh, yes, here's. Alright, here we go, here we go. You got the power! How's that? Like, you don't even have to, like, know what the song is, but you could, like, feel like you could sing to it. You got the touch, dun, dun, dun. You got the power. When all hell's breaking loose, you'll be right in the eye of the storm. Eh. Oh, I'm on the wrong side of the... Okay, I need to get to Jerry's house in the game and test her piano. that Skeeter's over here. Aha, here we go. Let's give it a test. Da 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 da. It's John Cena. I love that. That is so cool. That is very cool. And then who else was part of that? Oh, I better test the one for Duck Distracted, which should be right here. A duck walked out to the lemonade stand and he said to the man, "Run and stand. Hey, bop, bop, bop. Got any grapes?" Now that's cool. That's very cool. And then Limousine Z had one, which is actually on here, over here. Very best, like no one ever was. Dun 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 dun. Field test to train and miss my cause. That is good. I will travel across the land. Alright, here we go. It's Stairway to Heaven. Hey look, no hands. Oh, that's what I forgot to get. I need to get a barking noise for the dog. I can find something. I can find something. Now, was there... No, I need a... And then I've sorted out the laugh track already. Ah, here we are. Cam has one. Let's play yours. Here we go. I thought that sounded good. That is so cool. And then there was, yep, Charlotte the Kiwis. Right here. That was beautiful. That's very beautiful. Okay. And then last but not least. Nice. That's very beautiful. Now all that is nice and tested. Now let's continue with development. I needed to test those to make sure that the accurate sounds work, which they do. I'm happy that they do. I'm very happy. I'm a happy chappy. Alright. Cool. Sorry to me. That's excellent. Progress? Yes. It is progress. Good progress. Progress I love. That is so cool. And then I did quite well with the forest. Danny's house. And then we've got a cave with a guy. 8-bot jungle. Then the castle. The castle. Alright, I reckon we need to get some people here. I mean, I got someone at Lemonade's stand. Right. Now we need to determine what SB looks like, I reckon. New event. SB, what should you look like? Wait, that guy from earlier, I wonder. The one I saw in the cave, that... I'm just trying to decide what he should look like. He's not a king. He doesn't have a crown. He sells beans. Ah, here we are. He sells beans. A bean. Alright, show text. Base graphic. Review. Yes! That is a lot better. Oh. Progress. I need some form of authority standing here. You look like authority, but at the same time you look like Hagrid. Yeah, you look like this guy. Yeah, that's who you look like. You you look like Hagrid with armor. Okay, guard. Uh, uh, uh. Oh wait, no. Ah, Bradtastic Ninja. I hear that you're needed in Twitch Hall. You must go there at once. And then I can make him disappear once I go there and find out I need to find a lost follower. How's that sound to you guys? Alright, Twitch Hall. Which is right here. Great. Okay, excellent then. New event. Shall we make the king go there? Because we do have a king. Yeah, I reckon I should put a king there. Still gets me that this is the story. King of Twitch Village. There are those that call him Tim. Bradtastic Ninja, just the chap I was looking for. I have a quest for you, lad. I could probably set up like some form of music to go in with that. The island. Oh wait, no, people 2, 3, 4? Yes, 4. I hear you are quite the... I hear that as a ninja, you are quite the warrior and an adventurer. But you cannot do this alone. Okay. You must seek assistance from 2 other who are... Oh. Let's take. Oh, we're prepared to go on this journey with you. On this journey with you. Here we go. Now go for. And remember, may your heart be your guiding key. A new event page. Yes. Well, already half hour into developing the game, and I've already made quite a bit of progress in terms of sound and people. Wait, where did SP go? Oh, down there. I'm not even looking in the right spot. That way, when I find the key in Lumisin Zed's house, he can disappear, I can unlock the house, then I can go in. That will work perfectly. A glint of gold. Cool. Cool. It's it's etched with the It's etched with the word Valhalla. There we go. Now we've got one spot for our key. Right, new event. Actually, if I... Sorry, I meant to edit. Oh. Edit. Oh. The action to collect. Wait. What's hidden? Here we go. I'm making a tutorial. Now, doesn't that look fun? I didn't know it's the same as... Oh, it must have been... It was the mead, wasn't it? Yeah, same as action. Get it? Yeah, same as action. Because some of that I couldn't press the action button when I was testing it. Oh, there is... Oh! There is so mead. I need to edit that. Much mead. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. It's looking so much better. Brilliant. It is perfect. New event. New event page. Wait, no. I'll do a new event page. I got nothing for... Okay, this is gonna be interesting. What if I do this? I'll give her a spiritual character. Get it? Now that was Danny Kitty 414, wasn't it? If I could spell your name right, I do apologize. If I could spell my own name right. Goes into go on. Insert would be. I need to get them to move, so I reckon. Not a transfer player, more like a flow controller, like jump to look. Hit move right, and then turn left. Show text. There you go, everyone. Now, be careful out there. Cool, and then what I can do is Control C, new event, paste. Oh, I better make sure I've saved that. I better ensure I've got Danny here as well. Show text. Spiritual, there we go. Right. On this side. Oh, I'll do the thing where I could do that and then edit. New words. See. The end is safeguarded. Yeah, let me help you. Okay, meet me where that at the edge of the forest. Oh, and then what I can do is new event page. Then I can edit that to do that. And then for new page, oh, I better make sure she still has that at this wave. There we go. Oh. You may pass. Good sir. You may pass, good sir. And then I need to insert a move routes. So you move to the right, then turn to the left, and then I could do a show text. Good luck to you all. You want to drop a warm pleasantries with one of the NPCs? I've actually been thinking that for the ground floor of Tower of Valhalla. So, would you like to be an NPC in James's Tower and say warm pleasantries? I've actually been thinking of that one all week, actually. You had to ask, of course. Well, I thought, you know, add a bit of formality to it because you're in the game, because it's your suggestion. Yeah, I chose to, well, not really chose, I mean, you guys chose, but this was a suggestion I was actually hoping would win. But yes, we will add warm pleasantries to the game. I do need to figure out what song I need to give Danny. Did I document it yet? Oh yeah, I've got her name on the list, but I still need to decide a song. I will think of something. I will. I will. But what? I don't know. I think that's the one I'll do for there. Oh. Sorry, just brainstorming here. Something I should have done off stream. It's giving me ideas. I might consolidate with this particular idea. Ideas are dangerous, tread lightly. I am being smart with these. It's ideas that are carefully chosen. Ideas are very dangerous things. Right, now we're quoting Hopper from A Bug's Life. Ideas are very dangerous things. All the best things have happened in result of a great idea. That is true. That is very, very true. Alright. That just leaves me 4 songs to sort out on everyone's pianos. I will think of them. Sorry, I'm just got a little checklist here, which, I got about 10 minutes left. You spent nearly 4 hours hauling trading cards before my stream started. Okay, were those the same trading cards that you were showing me, James, and Wyvern earlier, Fury? Or are they a different set of trading cards? I could just imagine turning all this into a trading card game as well. Although, I'd rather have the base game finished first before you do anything more in terms of, like, franchising the game into a series. Although there is something I need to do in my house. I need to put a table here. Oh wait, probably further up here. No, oh, those are trading poker chips. The ones I'm referring to are Warhammer 40k Conquest. I humbly request not the touch by Stan Bush. Okay. I can do that. I can do that. Although I'll give it its official title. He's a pirate. But you did hear the one I gave you, right? The touch. I just thought it'll match Megatron. Bought about 4,000 pounds of the stuff and needed organised inventory. That's quite a lot of inventory. Yeah, quite a lot of inventory. Okay. With that warm pleasantries, I reckon I should ask James if he wanted to do voicing for it. How's that sound, Fury? Shall we have Viking James voice you? Or shall we make it authentic and have you say it? I don't mind either way. Although for Duck Distracted's Quack, I do actually want it to come from Alice. I thought I was going to... Oh, okay, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Actually, I'd rather you voice it. How about it, Fury? Would you like to do a bit of recording and say warm pleasantries? Yeah, no, fair call there, Joe. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. If you like to voice yourself, by all means, do it. If you can use Audacity and a microphone to record yourself, and then send me the audio file, I can do the rest on my end. But if you need anyone to voice you in the game, let me know what needs being said. There will be things being said. I will have to think up those lines and then have you say it. I have also asked Vicky if she wanted to do some voicing in the game. You got your good microphone? Oh, good. Excellent. And if you have any other lines which you'd like to include in game, yeah, send those through while you're at it too. Cool. Now we're getting resources. Exactly what we need to evolve this game. You love your AKG D5. I like my HyperX Quadcast S. Because I sound like this. Warm pleasantries. Trying to give it that formal introduction, whilst trying to not sound too much like Matt Berry. I'm trying not to sound too much like Ray Bloody Purchase. I need a picture. That looks weird like that. I could, however, put one here, put one here, do an event here. Same as, insert, show text. That one's for Jade. She doesn't know it, but she's making an Easter egg based appearance in the game. And that was something I just thought up 2 minutes ago. That's why I was wanting to do the table, because I was trying to find a... Actually, I'll use the same one. Oh, and then I can put a stool over here somewhere, can I? Yes. I'll pop you there. There, now we have ideas. Anyone want some tea? Oh, no, I said dusk, not dusk. Here we go. Hey Milky, how you doing, dude? Welcome to the stream. Yes, it is I, Bradtastic Ninja. Let me just give you a shout out while you're here.
Finland! Only other
Finland!
Oh, have two for the price of one, bro.
is watching that movie Wolfie. That was a good movie. I liked that movie. I don't know that one. Oh, it's excellent.
No. How you doing?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Lexi. I'm sorry I scared you off. This is bad. This is really bad.
By the way, Milky, did you notice your biddy badge that you got right next to your name?
Holy shit.
Since you have historically given bits on the channel?
I'm sorry. That's not a lighthearted rope at all. No, it's not. Alright. Yeah, GG's, man.
Shoot him! Oh.
What? Scab just fucking ate all that?
Pretty cool, eh? If you reach 1,000, you get an emote as well.
Yeah, I got you in return. Yeah.
And if you're a sub to the channel, I'll say, yeah, have a look next to my name actually in the chat. And if you're sub to the channel, you get a keyblade next to your name. Nice. Very good, my friend. Very good. As what we've been doing here, we've been making a game. I update badges. Yeah, so I've last weekend using the revenue that was given to me from Twitch, I thought I'd touch up the channel a wee bit with some badges and emotes. I needed to because using the basic Twitch stuff, I felt like I needed to give more life to it. So I did that by updating the badges and emotes. So I made a purchase, otherwise known as a thing. I did a thing, and had some new ones done up just to liven it up. And considering the fact I've already got like a Kingdom Hearts layout going on, I thought, you know what? Let's use Palpu Fruit and Keyblades for the badges. Big. And thanks so much for the 5 biddies, dude. Oh, wait, no, 6 biddies. I can't even count today. 6. I can count. I appreciate that very much. Cool, no worries, Joe. You just got your sub badge sorted today as well. Oh, very cool. I really must check that out when I'm on your channel next. Might actually check it out next week. When you're live with Escape from Tarkov again. I guess that's what you'll be playing. Otherwise, you may have something different lined up. Who knows? But yes, we have a king. I should really put Kenny here as well, since he... I can make it look like him. He can be Kenny. You know what? Maybe not. No, maybe not. Yeah, you like it. Nice. Very cool. Oh, I need to do that actually. It was a pain. Yeah, for me, it was just a matter of figuring out what to actually decide. Basically, one of first world problems is choices, and I couldn't quite decide what I wanted to do exactly. So I thought, considering the fact I'm a big Kingdom Hearts fan, and as a variety streamer, I try to ensure that I'm playing a balance of both Kingdom Hearts games and many other games. Although I think, in terms of what I've played on the channel, I've played a lot of Harry Potter games. I'm a big Harry Potter fan as well. I thought I leaned towards the approach of Kingdom Hearts, even though on some bits and bobs I do have something like this. Which is really cool. Across the land. Yeah. And edit. Yeah. There we go. That will be funny. Didn't the king need you for something, boy? I'll just give him that voice, boy. Boy. Oi. Cool. But seriously, this is looking so cool. We have tea. And wait, what did I put in for there? If you find this note, I'm on the search. Oh, hang on. I have an idea. I have an idea. P.S. Don't touch the tea. That sparked an idea. Don't touch the tea. You don't want to see an angry duck about tea. Actually, that sounds like a quote. Can someone clip that, please? And the first one to clip it, hey, you. If it's someone who hasn't submitted an entry to my competition, you're more than welcome to enter that competition with that clip. Don't touch the tea. How goes the RPG making? I'm loving it. Like, I really am. I've spent a majority of tonight's stream just populating the world with events and characters and just, you know, trying to give the world some life in terms of people. Because I've spent the last 3 or 4 streams just populating it with with a map, which is basically its foundation, and basically been building the insides of everyone's houses, so part of that map. And I've also been... Oh, actually, I will show you this while you're here. I'm just going to pause the music for a bit because we're going to run a test. So let's run a play test. Alright. Milky, you ready? You're going to love this. Hey Claire, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Now, while you're here, Claire, are you ready for something? Something wicked, something amazing. Cause here we go. Sheet music for a song on this piano. Let's play this tune. It's Face My Fears. I really love this song. Now, to add a bit of context, Face My Fears is the opening to Kingdom Hearts 3, composed by Hikaru Utada and Skrillex, which only took an hour for them to come up with ideas about, but it's a beautiful song. I love it. And I love the game too. So what I've been doing, in terms of gathering resources for the game, is I've been finding a few songs that that's inspired for people that are in the game, and getting the piano cover, just a small snippet of the piano cover, in there to go with the pianos that I've put in everyone's houses, including my own. By the pricking of my thumb, something wicked this way comes.
Hopefully I don't screw up any jumps because
What have you been pricking?
And there we go, I screwed up the jump.
And I better bring the music back. There we go. So yeah, I've been doing things. Oh, and in Kiwi Gamering's house, unfortunately he hasn't got a piano, but I've listed jokes in his house. And whenever you read a joke, you afterwards you get a laugh track, and of course you hear a laugh. Although I noticed I had a glitch with one of these from when I was running the test on my laptop. Although it all looks fine to me. You know, that all looks fine. Yeah. And then I test, yes. Yep, no, that looks good. You're okay? How was your day? Well done to you all. Oh wait, I need to give this man a title. What do I call him? Let's call him Odin. Wait, Odin and Valhalla? That's more of an Asgard. Let's do some research. Oh, yeah, ruled by Odin. Yes, I was right. Well, actually, Valhalla is a majestic, enormous hall located in Asgard, ruled over by the god Odin. Okay, no. So I am accurate, so we can call him Odin. Show text. What did I make him look like? You know what? Better idea. Let's do this. Edit. You know what? Let's do that, and then I can do that, and then I can do that. Just doing nothing? Yeah, that's no worries. Nothing's better than getting into trouble. Well, yeah, nothing is literally better than getting into trouble, because you don't want to get into trouble. Now I will shout the name. Oh no, I need to edit. Oh, there we are. Yes. Now it was the wait. We have to unlock to get to 1, to 2, to 3, to 4, to 5, to 6, to 7. Cool. So there are 7 keys I need to find. Cool. 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 Oh, excuse me. Now I needed new event. I need a look for Fury. What should Fury look like? I hope he's okay with green hair. Warm pleasantries. I like that. That is so cool. Warm pleasantries. Oh, cool. There we go, Fury. You got some homework, dude. You are officially in the game. Now he just needs audio. I just hope you're okay though. I've given you green here. Oh, new event, same as text. CZ. Did it? Cool. Here we go. But yes, SB's key is hidden in there. Labeled SB. Oh. Door unlocks. I need a unlocking sound to go with this. I'll have to find some sound effects as well. Cool. Excellent. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Brilliant! That would help. Although the problem is I'm still trying to decide what to put in the rest of these floors, because I need to decorate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 will be fine because I reckon I could do like some form of some form of entry around here to get into Valhalla or the balcony. And then the balcony, I've got a nice little setup here. I like it, it's so cool. Okay, no worries, Fury. Have an excellent night, dude. Thanks so much for popping by. I really appreciate it. And yeah, looking forward to the recording that you've got, that you're gonna produce in terms of warm pleasantries. Yeah, seriously, man. This is an amazing project. I'm glad I'm working on it. We got you right over here. It's just needing an audio file. Oh. Oh, my headphones damaged my hearing, but that's okay.
Finland!
And have another shout out on behalf of my mod.
Here we go. The moment. Oh boy.
Nice. Okay, now let's progress with our story. Space Hulk Deathwing. I've heard of that game somewhere. I think. Yeah, no, it definitely rings familiar. Now, I reckon I can find locations for that key. Wait, I better make sure that... Same as. Cool. I could place them basically anywhere. So let's put one here. So we've got one in the forest. We'll hide one in the cave. We have to think carefully about this. How strict is the IP on this stuff? Like, if you use the unlocking sound from Skyrim, would you get sued? I'll play it safe and use a generic sound as opposed to something that has a reference to something quite popular that Bethesda / Microsoft would, yeah, I'd rather just use a generic sound. Worst case scenario, I have to record my own unlocking sound. Alright. Hatebot Jungle, we need... Let's place you here. Alright, so I got one in the village, one in the forest, one in the cave, one in the jungle. Let's put one in the castle. 5. Okay, so I need 2 more. Okay, no, I've got 6. Alright, so I need 1 more to hide. I have an idea. I have a brilliant idea. Cool. We have found 7 keys. Oh, well, we found the spots for 7 keys. Oh, there we are. So there are 2 in the village, but 1 is just right by the entrance. But I've also hid 1 in Pond Distraction. I love that name, Angelina, by the way. It's so good. It suits the world perfectly. And now I got 1 in the forest, hiding just in a bed of flowers here. Then there's 1 in the cave. And then 1 in the jungle. Which needs a bit more vegetation, by the way. This looks too bland. Yeah, let's get some vegetation in here. Nice. That wouldn't be right. Cool. I reckon we could do a bit more. Yeah. Probably like there. Something here, something here. Something here, something here, something here. Something here. I reckon the castle may need something like that. A little something like that. A little something like that. Although it does need stairs. It needs stairs, Brad. How are you gonna get through this place? Alright, so I reckon on the first floor, yeah? So we need... I reckon we could put stairs here. Oh, and then on second floor we can do something like that. Yes! And then level 3. Cool. Perfect. It's looking a lot better. Quick event. Transfer. Let's have you looking down, shall we? Quick event for a transfer. Oh, and then quick event for a transfer. You can go to level 3, have you looking that way. Slide to the right. Oh. Then rinse and repeat for you. Transfer. Looking to the left and okay. Cool. We are doing things. Okay, yeah, the cut. In terms of decoration, this place needs more decoration. Cool. In terms of money, we have no money. Yeah. In terms of money, there's no money. So I reckon I just need to make the sound effects myself. I can do that. I can do that. Or I could just use something generic and comical and royalty-free. Oh, yeah, royalty-free. And no copyright. So there will be people who have done that already for us, so we can just simply, yeah, credit them for the work and, yeah. We can do things. Well, I reckon for... I think it was this area, wasn't it? Because it's leading up to... Yes! Yes! That's actually what we want. Although Twitch Hall does need... Yes! There we go. Now this looks so beautiful. Oh, hang on, back to the castle. I do need more former ruin in here. Yeah, like that. With a hint of... Yeah, with a hint of that. Maybe some of that. And probably a little bit of that, and that, and that, and that, and that. I mean, this castle's not well looked after. Nice. This castle is... Wait. This castle is in unacceptable condition! Sorry, I had to put on the voice for that, and I can't do lemongrass. Not that well, at least. This castle is in unacceptable 1 million years in the dungeon. I think that's how it goes, right? What was that voice crack? So it was something that Claire had mentioned earlier. I was trying to quote Lemongrass from Adventure Time, using the words, "This castle is in unacceptable condition," because I made a mess. Like, there's a mess in the game. Because it's a messy castle. And I did that on purpose because he actually had his voice cracks, like, at the point where he says condition. So yeah, I kind of had to do that thing just for the purpose of the voice. Yeah, I know. Yeah, like I said, it was a terrible voice. And I intended to make... Like, I intended to make the voice crack because Lemongrass did crack. Don't blow your voice out. Okay, I won't. I will keep my voice in one piece. Oh, and as Q said from... Oh, I think it was the previous Q or Quartermaster as he's called in 007. When I say keep it in one piece, I don't mean bring one piece of it. I do recall him saying that once, at least. And I think it was with Pierce Brosnan as James Bond. Or was it Roger Moore? One of the two. Actually, no, it might have been Pierce Brosnan. It was with that other guy who played as Q. Not the current Q, but the other... What's his name? He was also in Living Daylights. The one that looks like Basil from Austin Powers, but it's not. Like, it sounds like him, but it's not exactly him. Oh, great, now I have to search this up. Okay, You actor. Desmond Llewellyn, that's his name. Llewellyn, sorry, Llewellyn. That Q. That... He... You have a license to kill, not to break my cars. Yes! Oh, man. Do try to be careful, 007. The Aston has just got a new coat of paint. What was the gadget? What was that gadget? That... Oh, the Ghetto Blaster. When it was basically just a huge radio that had a rocket launcher in it. So you would look like you're listening to music, but then you activate it and the rocket just shoots out. I remember that from Living Daylights. In fact, fun fact for you guys, Living Daylights was the very first 007 movie I've ever watched. My grandma had the tape of it back when I was a kid. She played it. She chose to play it when I was there for school holidays, and well, that did a thing. It sparked my interest towards the 007 series. Even though I think I've only owned, what, 2 or 3 007 books by Ian Fleming? But then I did have a few 007 favourites as well, sparked not long after that. So Living Daylights was one of them. Octopussy was the second, with Roger Moore in it. And the third was You Only Live Twice with Sean Connery as Bond. Now, those were good movies. And then my grandmother would always say, well, with every 007 movie that doesn't have Sean Connery in it, yeah, no, it's better with Sean Connery as James Bond. But then again, anyone who's grown up watching 007 as he was developed was always saying that. Tomorrow Never Dies is my favorite because you used to work in the media. Nice. That's really awesome there, Claire. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Now, I do need to set up... I do remember there was something in the tutorial that needed 3 keys or something. So I'm just going to revise the material. And this... Was that it? Like... Understanding self-switch. Cannot be referenced by... I can say from experience, newspaper editors definitely do have a god complex. Yeah, because they can control what a bit of story can tell. Can be referenced. Yeah, because the media can actually control quite a bit of stories and such. Oh, excuse me. I needed... That wasn't it. That was it. That's what I need. I needed... That's what I need. Oh. So I do need control switches. Which I need to go to Twitch Hall. Edit event. I once interviewed someone who had been robbed the next day. He complained that I make him look sad in his photo. Like, bro, I don't control what you do with your face. I mean, the camera has a flashy thingy. If you want flash turned off, please let me know. Spoke with the king. Lie. Cool. Now that should be it. I do want to run a test on that, just to be sure I've got that right. So I need to head to Twitch Hall. Not to be confused with Toad Hall. But Toad Hall's in the story known as Wind and Willows. Those that know their books and stories and such. Bradtastic. Cool. I do need to update that a bit more. We did have an agenda. We wanted to make the thieves feel bad and or in danger of getting caught in the hope they give the stuff back. Ah! He disappeared! No, I need him to reappear. I need the king. King. Apply. Okay. No one saw him disappear, right? Right? The king totally did not disappear. I did not kill him and make him disappear. The game did it. But he is using my favorite quote, and I appreciate that. Although I do need to update the text a bit more. It works! Okay, so let's edit the text a bit more. So if I edit, quite the warrior and an adventurer, but you cannot do this alone. Edit from 2.
May your heart be your guiding key.
Yes! That's right, Claire. May your heart be your guiding key. I do want to set it up so everyone's... Cool. Edit events. I need to use the same person. Yes. Okay, edit. Oh, you found him. Wait. Oh, let me, oh, you found my key. And now I can enter. Oh, wait. Where did you find it? Edit? Oh, it doesn't matter. Now I can get into... Okay. Although I do want to do a insert. A scene control on... Fade out, fade in. Get it? Insert. Oh. And then I can do insert, switch control. Alright. Alexa, can you give me a fact about hippos, please?
Here's a fact about hippopotamuses. The Latin word hippopotamus is derived from the ancient Greek pi pi omicron pi tau alpha mu omicron sigma, hippopotamos, from pi pi omicron sigma, hippos, horse, and pi omicron tau alpha mu sigma, potamos, river, meaning horse of the river.
There's quite a bit of Omicron mentioned there. Cool. And then home village, I can do edit event. And then I can do a new event page. Interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Although Omicron is actually a Greek letter of, or a letter of the Greek alphabet, so it's basically, yeah, they're basically using the Greek alphabet to calculate, or to count each different variant of COVID. That's why we've got Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta last year, then Omicron. Although I think there is some missing letters that were probably mentioned, that weren't mentioned, but I think they probably weren't a big deal. Probably because we didn't have them here in New Zealand. I mean, others may have had them, but I think they must have broken changed the transmission on those. Wait. Alexa, code 000 destruct 0.
Okay, I'll start the self-destruct sequence, but only on the understanding that you dramatically cancel it at the last second. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Alexa, stop! Why? Why? Okay, control switch. Grizzly Bear's Latin name translates to horrible bear. Oh, that's... I don't know how people can bear with that. Oh, SB has key. Edit event. SBS key is on, okay.
My mother
Warm pleasantries, James.
someday I will buy.
How you doing? Welcome to the stream.
Distant shores.
And have a shout out on me, bro.
Why not?
Oh, it's a D&D
Come in,
stream.
Haley. You don't lose anything.
And in the game. So
But anyway, get to my next whatever. So Brad is one of the kindest people you will ever meet, and he's definitely one of the chatters as well. Has been good.
I remember this. This made me cry.
You don't stream.
With
That's fine.
warm pleasantries.
We're following you for hanging out.
Wow.
So close right now, but this month.
Just woke up. Nice, man. Oh, look at that. You're getting 2 shoutouts. And we get 2 amazing clips from you, bro. You're good. Nice. By the way, did you see what I did? Look right next to your name. Probably on the left-hand side of the hype train. Or at least it's left on my end. I need a door here, don't I? Oh, there we go. Show text. Door is locked. We need key. Cool. Ah, Monster Hunter, love that game. And the VIP? Yeah, man. And you also have a key. Or should I say a keyblade. And I should also say, the more you subscribe, you get a different key for each tier. Well, sorry, not each tier. The longer you subscribe. So I've got it set so the 1 year sub turns into the Ultima weapon. At the moment, the longest anyone's ever subbed on my channel is 9 months, which turns into the Oathkeeper. And I'm totally not looking right next to my name. Actually, I am. I do enjoy watching Viking James's D&D streams. They're honestly... They work out so well. Especially with Yarmanuk's voice that James portrays himself. So good, James. And even just the creativity and quirkiness from everyone else, it all works out to be the best series of streams I've ever witnessed. Oh wait, we need the action button for that one. And that needs player touch. Well, you did it to me first. Nah, it's all good, bro. And then there was also that time when you and Alice were driving that hype train that made me cry on stream. Okay, I reckon I do need some... I need to set up... I need to move these to a new event page. I have those as player touch, but also have that as action button. Same as... and another door. Spoke with the king is on. Oh, show text. Wait. Shouldn't we see the king first? Yeah, man. I have a way of making people cry and scream in terror. Although I need to make sure that's fine. Yep, that is. That's excellent. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Please. Don't go. I had Kenny play that one on Thursday night stream. What a bop. Oh, I love it, bro. I love it. Once you play Kingdom Hearts, like, you just can't get over the bop. Like, you could just feel the rhythm through your body. It's so good. Alright, that's my house, so I really don't want to be locked out of that. And then I can... New event page, control the switch, spoke with the king is on. Cool. Below characters, player touch. And then that could be same as action. You definitely need to play all of them. Yeah, you do. I'm sure we can find a way for you to play them, whether it'll be Epic on PC or PlayStation or Xbox, which... Oh, no, I don't think you have an Xbox. You did mention you had a PlayStation. But yeah, I reckon it'll be easier on PC because buy them off Epic, and if you need a controller to play the game, then just whip out an Xbox controller. That should be right as rain. Yeah, man, I'll buy them on PC at some point. Excellent. And I believe it would ask for a creator code once you purchase it, so... Yeah, I'm sure you'll know someone with a creator code. I do. Unfortunately, I'm not that someone with the creator code because, yeah, I need to build up my follower list for that first. Ugh, gross. I will help my PlayStation controller. Yes, that should work natively with a PlayStation controller. I have seen people play it on PC, but when they connect their PlayStation controller to the PC, it actually comes up with the PlayStation controls displayed on screen as opposed to PC or Xbox. Yay for native controls! Yeah, no worries, dude. Wait, that's how I've got that set up. Door is locked, we need the key. I need to edit that. It shouldn't. Cool. Cool. Oh, yes. While you're here, James, I got a thing to show you in the game, but I need to playtest it to make that happen. You'll love this, by the way. You will love this. I'm just going to venture through the village. Don't worry if the game screen is too small, that won't matter. You're watching? Yes! Alright. Bear in mind, I have set up a piano in your place. Now listen. What do you think of that? Oh, wait. There we go. That's better. Yeah, man. So, everyone's houses has a piano. But yeah, everyone's houses has a piano, and each of those pianos I've assigned a tune to represent that particular person. I do know what tune to pick for Skeeter, but I think you know the tune, and I'm trying to find the piano cover for it, but it's tricky. So, yep, Valhalla. I think you know what tune I'm talking about for Skeeter. Because I know it's off something else, but I can't seem to recall what it's from. I think... Ask Alice to record it. To record the Skeeter song. The one with the beatboxing and the somebody come Skeeter. You know that one? Yes. Oh yeah, she does. I've seen it on her stream a couple of times, and I think we've heard her play what's it called? Toss a coin to your Witcher that one time when I was on lunch. You know what? You started it? Nice. Awesome. Cool. Alright, I will ask Alice if she could, yeah, record it for us, because that would be amazing. I'm sure she'll appreciate that. I shall consult with her. Actually, I'll flick a message in the morning, because I know she'll probably be sleeping by now, I think. Yeah. Cool, now let's sort out the rest of these doors, shall we? Edit events. Let's move these to a new event page. Below, but player touch. We need a door to go here. You got time? She won't be going anywhere. Oh, no worries. Awesome. And plus, like, this is basically one of my goals for the year that I want to do. And plus, it feels like I've got the majority of the game done, which is the map. Now we're just filling it in with characters and events and such. And then once that's done, I can evolve. Oh, then I can add enemies to it. And then I can, like, it feels like I could get this done in like 3 or 4 more streams. Shouldn't I be in Twitch Hall? And then I can enable the switch. So for Hatebot Jungle, we were thinking of giving names of a few of the different like bots and hate bots that had been going around in history of Twitch. So of course, there was one that Fury had suggested called Nightbot, which which he really thought was a good idea for a boss, which I could arrange. But I might have to sort that out once I add the enemies into play. And what I've also done is I've selected 7 areas to hide, in each of those 7 areas, a key. A key needed to access the floors in your tower. Oh, and I've got Kenny over here saying, I heard that Viking James TV's keys are scattered across land. It's preventing him from reaching the top. I absolutely didn't do... Wait. I did a typo. I absolutely didn't do such things with these keys. Who's asking about this? Didn't the key need you for something, boy? So, like, I've got him, like, mentioning something that's gone wrong in the village, but at the same time, he's trying to hide the fact that he's the criminal. Yet we totally know it's him. Oh, and he's got a piano of his own to use in Twitch Hall. I'm gonna make him play this. I'm gonna make that one play the Seagull song. Like, I'm sure there's a piano cover over it. Cool. Sorry, man, I missed you. So, he was stating the fact that your key, the keys to your tower had been scattered across the land, and that they need to be found and they were preventing you from reaching the top of the tower. And then he was hiding the fact that he didn't have anything to do with this. Who's asking about this? Shouldn't you go see the king? So he's like hiding the fact that he's the criminal that hid your keys. But we totally know it's him. We know it's him. Thing is, he's not even the main villain. The main villain's this guy. So I see you have finally come this far. Well, this is where your journey ends. I will destroy you all and take the life source hidden in the Lost Follower. No one's life source will be taken here. We will defeat you and return the follower to our village. Perhaps, that is, if you survive that long. Dun 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 dun. Kenny, the villain! How surprising! How surprising indeed! So yeah, I've been using this dungeon generator that RPG Maker has, which is a feature to draw out maps of each of the dungeon-based maps. So I could do the rest in terms of giving it life and foliage and some form of interaction. Although you might see it on the map, like when in terms of developing the game, but when it comes to venturing the game, you'll have to interact with some bits in order to do stuff. Like, for example, you'll have to talk, or you'll have to react to these flowers here in order to find that there's a key here. Although now you know where one of the keys are. What platforms has this been launched on? Well, with RPG Maker VX, I can launch it on PC. But if I can get it exported into a later version of RPG Maker, like MV or MZ, I can make the game playable on Android and iPhone. Which I will actually do once I've finished making the game. And then once I get it working on, or once I get it exported from VX and imported into MV, MV or MZ. I think MZ's the latest one. That's the one I got for Christmas. And then I can test it, make sure it works, do any additional tweaks to make it look newer. Like, I know with MZ, it actually does come with a duck sprite, but I was hoping to up the ante, like, give myself a bit of a challenge here and see if I can find a duck and get it imported, because Alice's suggestion was, and I will quote, I do have it documented here, must include ducks. I think she said that before she attempted to raid my channel a month ago. I heard there'd be ducks in it. Oh, that wasn't a rumor, that was a suggestion. It must include ducks. I believe it went along the lines of that. Ah, sweet. May as well, eh? Ducks are important to her. Yes, they are. She said nothing about them being eaten alive. Well, I think putting them in pond distraction, which is right here. Oh, I can't do that to her. I'm too nice. I could put Goose on spit. She doesn't like geese. Geese are nasty. Yeah, I even hid one of your keys in her location. I am too nice. Geese are awesome. Awesome in terms of the animal, or when they're ready to be consumed? There's actually quite a flock of Canadian geese out in the lake down the hill as well. At the same time, it's been causing the football club a bit of grief because they like to... Oh, the animal. Of course. They are awesome. But I have been told that ducks are better, which I have to agree because I've been told to agree. Veggie Viking. Ah, yes, you are a vegetarian. I do apologise. I do remember you mentioning that. Yeah. By the way, Kenny hid one of your keys in Pond Distraction. No particular location. He wanted to make it look like that, yeah, Alice was stealing the keys. How dare he become this evil? Okay, now I better sort out more of these doors. Click where the king is on. Player touch. Apply, no gay. You're fine, yeah. I mean, ducks grab each other. So just... Does Alice know this? Knowing her knowledge around ducks, it wouldn't surprise me if she did know of this. I need to do same as action. I need to put a door there. Insert show text. Yeah, she knows it, but she didn't a while ago. We had to break it to her. Oh man. She knows it. Cool, there we go. Lion okay. Wait, I did set that right, yep. Cool. Wait, copy event place. Action. Same as. I need a door to go here. Just gonna look for a little bit whilst you get some breakfast. No worries there, James. Enjoy your breakfast, dude. Wait for the king is on. Cool. Dude. Edit event. Copy and paste. Cool. Same as with action button. Do what? Go. The king is awaiting my presence. Cool. Edit event, copy and paste. Wait, I need to enable a switch. Same as action. Show text. This isn't the way to switch all. Oh wait, better do Did it? Okay. Apply. Door 1. Let's make the door fancy. Just because it's a corridor. You must go in there at once. Action. A bit of Cool. Cool. Edit vent. Copy and paste. I need a special door for this one. Cool. Show text. This is a tower, not a hall. The king wouldn't be here. Same as player. Oh no, I need same as action button. Cool. Wait, did I do? Oh wait. I need to complete those. Just this. Edit. Copy and paste. Enable the switch. Boom, boom. Give you a door. Oh, hey, door. I better see the king first. Okay. Copy paste, enable switch. Action button. King is still waiting, and door. Boom. Now that's looking good. Edit event, copy paste, switch enabled. Action on a door. Ooh. Cool. Enable that. Action. Go text. Oh, I must get to which hall? Nice. Edit event, copy and paste, enable switch. Action button. Door. right now. Okay. There we go. Edit event. Copy and paste. Switch. Then I'll go to the door. Okay. Action button. Apply. Okay. Cool. Copy and paste. Okay. Nice. The only house I've not put a door on is my own house. Reason for that is I'm coming from that house. And I feel like I'd break the game if I, yeah. If I go through a locked door, that is my own. Yeah, event. I need to... I need a new event page, but I also need a... Oh wait, that won't be it. I need just my database, where I've got actors. Wait. I'll put you as a magician, shall I? Let's give you a golden staff. Accessory. Oh wait. No, I better change that. Let's do that. Let's turn you into a knight, shall we? Let's give you a long sword. Probably a feathered hat. Yeah. Oh. I'll just make myself look like this guy. I could be a warrior. Oh no, you can have the claymore. Cool. Now that looks better in terms of that. Now there was something that I picked up from... That's the one I wanted. Wait, it was in this. Where I got the system. Me. Yeah. Oh, that's the one I want. Wait. Party members. I need to make sure I've only got... In terms of party members, I need to make sure it starts off with me. And then I'm adding... Yeah, let me just check this. Yeah, so it's got me. But I need to make sure it just starts with me. Um... Ah, okay. No, that's got it. That would help. Don't add them in from the start. Add them in once they're ready. Cool. Now that should do it. Mhm. Mhm. Cool. It's looking a lot better. Oh, hang on, what's going on there? Into the forest. Edit event. Oh wait. Edit. Yeah, let me meet me at the edge. Insert. Control switch. Like Danny. Cool. And then what I can do in back to the forest is spoke with Danny is on, okay. Apply, okay. Oh wait. Let's do a spoke with Danny too. Apply, okay. Okay. Edit event. Insert controls. With bouncer. Apply, okay. Okay. Apply, okay. Okay. Edit event. Before you exit, you must know this. I know we've lost followers and how you can get there. Hateful Jungle is your next destination. Then you must reach the castle. There is where you'll find the follower. Oh, and watch out for the demon figure holding them hostage. Right, move down. Spoke with cave guy. Oh, guardian. He did say he was a guardian, wasn't he? Okay. I need to set it so I've got a win-lose over there, but I'll sort that out afterwards. But yes, we got the events coming together now. I'm returned. Just put you on PC too. Looks really good, man. Oh, thanks so much, James. Just while you're at AFK, I've been adding more events to be able to link everything together. So I've got it so in the forest, there's this bouncer just standing right there, not letting us through and saying that we should return back and bits and pieces like that. But of course, oh, you know you've been watching me from the shadows. Sneaky. Yeah. So, of course, we can't get through the forest to get to the cave without visiting Danny in her tree. You must be bonked on the head. Well, it's a she, actually. It's a female bouncer. A female bouncer that works for Danny. And Danny's right here. This is Danny in the game. She's got a story-driven event in the game, which really did make her day when I mentioned it to her. And now this is it. Sure, welcome all. All I have to do is talk to her, then all I have to do is exit the tree, go over here, and then she'll consolidate with the bouncer, and then I'll get through. Easy as that. So, there's no bonking anyone on the head. Oh, well, I could bonk the bad guys on the head, but, yeah. She will. When I first mentioned it to her, she really did love the sound of that. And now it's in the game. I have you as my witness to be able to see this, and everyone else on Twitch. Oh, and the people that are watching this on YouTube right now. Yeah, that's right, I'm watching you. Yeah. Yeah, you over there. Oh, and you. Oh, and you at the far back right there. And then they're probably just sitting there thinking, how'd they know it was me? Oi! Hi! Oh, there's a man running the stand. I'm sure that duck that lives in Pond Distraction has asked me for grapes before. I keep saying I only sell lemonade. Let's hope this episode doesn't turn into a musical. That would be even worse for me. So I've basically just developed a origin story for the duck song. And it's in the game. Well, all good songs start somewhere, right? Right, what other events? I need to get Vicky in the game. Like, I've got her in the database, but I just need her... Maybe I'll pop her here. New event. Person! Actually, what did I make her look like? I did put her in the database. Actors. Fairy. Uh... Oh, a dangerous quest. Insert. Show text. Actor 3. You can't achieve this quest alone. But you're... So you won't die. So... And then there was the inserts. Change party member. Add. Yes. Apply. And then what I can do is inserts. Control switches. New. Spoke to Little Miss NZ. Apply. Okay. Okay. New event page. Switch. Spoke. Cool. And I better do the same thing for Megatron as well. Better remember what he looks like. Spoke with the King is on. Actor 2. Oh, here we go. Actually, did it? If I come along with you, you'll need my strength. Oh, the enemies. Cool, and then insert. I need to do change party member. Add, okay, apply, and better add a control switch. Cool. Apply, okay, okay. New event page. Spoke to, yep. Nice. Now we've got it set up so we could talk to people. Not only that, I can add people to my party. So at the moment, I've only got a trio of 3 New Zealand streamers. All that I know in person. And that I have known for quite a long time. And are very awesome to me. Excellent, gotta love making creative stuff personal to you. Yes! I should also show you what I've done here. I added this very special Easter egg in the game. So, this is to reference my bestest friend who's currently over in the Cook Islands right now. And I really hope that we get to catch up one day and, yeah, hang out, talk. Yeah. Sorry, try not to cry. She's like a sister to me. She's only ever seen one of my streams, but that particular stream I have asked for her to jump on because it was her birthday. And I wanted to shout her a happy birthday and have the chat involved as well. It was a very special stream. And I did that for her. Catching up with an old friend. It's been ages since we've last seen each other. Actually, since July last year. Just before we went into lockdown, which, thank goodness... Oh. Thank goodness that, yeah, none of us had caught it. Especially Delta. Delta was quite nasty in its time. And we were only just vaccinated. Like, with the second dose. But yeah, to add a bit of context, like, before July last year, I hadn't actually seen her since before the first COVID outbreak. And I've been trying to sort out the opportunity to travel over there to see her and hang out. And that's something I've been trying to do for quite a long time, but of course, events got in my way that significantly impacted that. So, COVID being the big one. And then just as, yeah, things went safe, yeah, work had a moment where it was all hands on deck for quite a long time, and just as we had things settled, COVID came back, and yeah, it was actually that insane. Cool. I wonder... I have an idea for an event. Show text. Yeah, yeah, New Zealand's been very smart with quarantines, and we're actually at a phase where even though we're getting heaps of Omicron cases, it's getting to a case where it's now self-manageable until the case numbers decline in about 6 weeks' time. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Considering the fact that we've been following through this routine for almost 48 hours now. Oh wait, I need to set that same as... There we are, same as insert show text. Oh. Touch these. Cool. And then I can do this. It is so good. Oh, I did a thing in Valhalla. Look who's in there. He is a name character that I reckon you are familiar with. Oh, Odin. It's Odin. After all, he rules Valhalla. If I know my Norse mythology that well. Which I did double check before streaming. Thankfully I do. So yes, Odin's in the game. And here's the balcony. Then here's the 7th floor where it leads to the balcony, but it also... Hey, good lad, he rules all. Yes, he rules all the 9 realms. Yes. It is very cool. After all, since it's a tower to Valhalla, like, I actually gotta have that link, otherwise it's a misnomer, it's false advertising. So, now it's a thing. It's in the game. But I reckon I could do something here. Let's posh up the place a bit, shall we? Yes! Exactly. Oh, I better make sure. Yeah, the tower to Valhalla. Like a Mass Effect. But in order for one to get there, they must find the 7 keys. I've even set up a little tutorial to, yeah. Oh, I better add a switch here, actually. Insert. Control switch. I'll make it a mandatory, oh. Yeah, I might actually do that. New event page. Ensure that found first key is on. Oh. You can... of the... including these keys and other items. Edit. Wait, missing more. Help them find these while on your quest. Cool. And then a new event page where I've got this enabled and this. And edit. Your quest. Oh, welcome back, Joe. Insert. I need to set move. You missed Odin. Yeah, Joe, you missed Odin, by the way. Alright, move right, turn left. Okay. Odin is important. Yep. Well, he rules all the 9 realms. With Valhalla being the name of the halls. His home. Essentially. Yes! Well, technically I already knew that, but I was fed more detail. So yes, I was learning all that. Cool. Smoke cigar. Edit. Oh, hang on. I just realized I need a graphic. Okay. 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 Apply an okay. Found first key. Hang on. Edit events. Insert. Control switch. Found second key. Apply okay. Okay. New event page with the key found. Nice. That way we don't go finding the key 100 times. Although I should really set it up so it's an item. I'm just setting it up as an event in the meantime. Now in the forest there was a key. Edit. Insert. Control switch with a third key. Apply, okay, okay. New event with the key, okay. Apply and okay. There wasn't anything hiding here. The fourth was in a cave. New event. With the fourth key, okay. Apply, okay. And that's number 5. Insert. Control switch. Apply, okay, okay. Oh wait, no, I need new event with fifth key, okay, apply, okay. And then for what's in here, sixth key. Apply, okay, okay, apply. New event with that enabled. Get it? Before I depart. Oh, and then I can insert a control switch. Which goes here. Found 7th key. Apply, okay, okay. New event page with that switch enabled. Apply and okay. Yes! Now the world's evolving even more. Oh. I better start grabbing some snipping. Because documentation in this is... Oh, actually. New. I'll grab it from here. And then I can save as... Right. Today is 6. Cool. Nice. And then home village, there was a little something there too. New. Oh, move that back here. File, save as. Updated. Cool. New. Edit. Oh no, there we go. SBG locks door. I'll grab an edit mode of that. I'll do the same for... Cool. Level 2 updated. Alright, no worries, James. I hope you have an excellent day today, bro. Hope you have a wonderful time with your mates. Have another shout out. And yeah, keep safe, bro.
So we start D&D 7 for you. That's 2 here, so 5 would be 12. Yes.
Oh, and also...
May your heart be your guiding key.
Cool. Save as. Yeah, level 1 didn't have much in terms of what needed to be added since the last episode. And same for the boss, that's okay. The cave, I didn't really add much in terms of that either. Oh, you know, I didn't. Yeah, go for it, Joe. I recommend having a chat to Viking James about that. He's a wonderful coach. And he's got a wonderful voice. So, and this is his profession. But yeah, what I recommend, Joe, if you really are keen to get some lessons from James, flick him a DM on Discord. You can find him on my server as well. His first lesson is free, and at the same time, yeah, he can sort out some lessons at some appropriate hours, even though there's like 13 hours difference between here in New Zealand and there in the UK. But I'm sure, yeah, he can sort out something from there. Now, what else can I document? Oh yeah, that's right. Danny's in the game. Let's... Oh, that's all documentation of screenshots I can grab for this episode, but let's do things here. I need to turn that into a action button. Insert. Oh, hang on, I need a graphic first because it's a door. Show text. Looks like I can't get through here yet. Oh. I reckon if I edit this particular event, insert, if I do a fade out screen, insert, control switch, down to deny, okay. Insert, fade in. Yeah, so copy, paste. Okay. Cool. Oh, hang on. Door 2. Show text. Oh. Action. Apply. Okay, I better make sure that's the same for action. Apply. Okay. Cool. Yes! Although, I need to make sure that that's not being looped around. Bouncer deny. Let's see what she looks like. So, spiritual? Yes. Wait. Turn left. So, it should be looking left. Apply and okay, although I better make sure that's the same case for this guy. Cool. Now that's looking a lot better. Oh no. Oh no, I haven't. Okay, no, that's okay. Whoa. We have actually done a lot today. Now let's do more. Edit, the door is locked, we need the key. Yes, I have been. Found the first key. The door is now open. Just in case it corrupts. No worries. I do keep a version of it backed up on a cloud I've got set up. And I have been doing that every stream. So that way I've got a backup no matter what. It's called being prepared, my friend. Cool. Fly, okay. Although that's something else I need. I need a control switch. Open first door. Cool. And then we can move on to the second. Oh, did I not? Ooh, hang on, I have an idea. That's got it. Let's go. Apply. Okay. Okay. And then we could set that. Yes. Control switches. Wait. Right, okay. Okay. Nice. And then let's rinse and repeat for that. Oh wait, no, I don't want a conditional branch. I want a control switch, like that. Hey, open fourth door. Apply. Okay, okay. And then we could do a thing here. Apply. Okay. Insert control switch. Oh wait, open. Cool. Apply. Okay. Apply, okay, okay, apply, okay. Oh! Insert, control switch. I'd better make sure I set that up properly on that one, which I did not. So that was the 6th. Okay, apply, okay. Whoa! Here we go. Actually, I do want to do something here. I just want to grab a snippet of this, which should be right here. Cool. Save as. Yeah. Wow. It seriously looks so cool. I'm really amazed by how this turned out. Like, from when I started working on this last month to now, like almost 2 months I've spent with using RPG Maker VX on stream, and just looking at the game evolve. Like, even from a developer's perspective, this is probably like one of the best efforts I've ever put into a game. With not only of something I've been working on, but something that you guys have suggested in terms of what it should contain. And I really have to say thank you so much, guys. Like, seriously, I couldn't have done anything like this without your support, and you guys have been so amazing. So cool. Oh, I'm almost about to make me cry. It's okay. It's okay. There. Then puke, then cry again. I don't feel sick. I don't have a need to puke. I'll be fine. But yes, what I've spent today doing, like in terms of the game, is I've added events to the map we had created, given it a purpose so that we can actually do things in the game. So like, we can actually find a key, we've got something story driven in here now. So I can't get through here without actually speaking to the king based in Twitch Hall. And then it's also set up so I can't get past him without forming a team. Although I need to add some more text to this one. Oh wait, I need to edit. Cool. There we go. Oh. Oh. You know what? With today's progress, I reckon I might wrap up. So, this is the opportunity where I'd like to say thanks to each and every one of you amazing people for jumping into tonight's stream and watching more development take place with RPG Maker VX and with the title game In Search of the Lost Follower. Honestly, adding all these events to the game tonight had been very eventful, pun intended, but in a good way. It's shown that the game is evolving exactly the way we need it to be. Now, I believe I still need to work more in terms of getting SB to start selling some items, so I will need to map him in certain locations. But I thought set up that side quest with getting him to find his key would be a brilliant starter in terms of, yeah, being able to get the ball rolling with getting him to sell his beans. Which reminds me, I need to get beans in there, but then I also need to get the ducks in there too. Oh, this clip. Why are those Kingdom Hearts clips popping up now? And I just noticed they actually haven't been popping up when Vicky shouts me out. Oh well, that's okay. Dance, water, dance. Oh man, it's like flashbacks to Nam when I hear those words. And you'll see why when you watch the clip. Yeah.
I was 2 forms away. 2 forms.
2 forms away.
Oh, there was a dead rat. Oh shit!
Don't look back. Why did you look back?
God damn it, every time!
It's the words clearly state, don't look back. Why did you do it, Vicky? Why?
I keep dying.
Didn't the game tell you to not look back?
I was like, oh, why?
You look back. Wait, if she was lurking in the stream, that means she must have heard me. I'm sorry, but you look back.
It looks like I died it.
Oh. And we gotta give Milky that shout out for the 6 biddies. That is really awesome of him. Thanks so much, dude. I appreciate you. Right. So yeah, again, thanks to Team Milky One for the 6 biddies for during tonight's stream. I really do appreciate that, dude. And yeah, big thanks to everyone else who's been jumping on saying hello. I do appreciate your presence and support, and will also help sparking more ideas to this brilliant game we have here tonight. My next stream will be Thursday night, 7 PM New Zealand time, with some more Sonic Adventure DX, where we'll complete more Knuckles story, and I think we've also got Amy, Mr. Big, and Gamma to play through as well. Can't guarantee I can finish all those stories in a single stream, but we do have a few streams planned with these characters. And if we do prematurely finish it early, I do have Sonic Adventure 2 lined up to play later on this year, so we could prematurely play that early. Maybe not, who knows. Now, for tonight's raid, I reckon we'll give Azza a raid tonight, shall we? He's building Lego tonight. And we're not talking virtually, like he's got his desk set up, so he's building with Lego. And I reckon he may appreciate a raid from the Bradtastic Ninja. Oh. So let's give Azza W _NZ 1980. Let's show him some Bradtastic love and support here tonight, folks. Otherwise, if you're going to call it a night, I should also say tomorrow is Pokemon Day here in New Zealand. For you amazing Pokemon fans, the series has been around for 26 years since the release of Pokemon Red and Blue for the Game Boy. Otherwise, hope you all have a Bradtastic rest of your weekend, a Bradtastic start of your week, and until next time, I'll catch you later. Bye for now. Peace. Thank you very much for checking out my stream archive. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Everything you need in regards to following my social media can be located in the description down below. Otherwise, I hope you'll all have a Bradtastic day. Bye for now.